Baby, even though I hate you, I wanna love you, I want you, ooh, ooh. Even though I can't forget.
I've never been much of a planner. That's probably why I've been in college for 6 years. Classes come, classes go. Some I pass, some I don't. I can't really count on myself to remember all the assignments. There's only one certainty in my life, one I didn't even choose. The first and third Friday of every month, something happens that I can't explain and really shouldn't talk about. People would think I'm crazy, or that I've been sneaking something out of the chemistry department for some sort of recreational experiment. A small bang rattles the teeth in my skull, and I glance up at the clock. It's 8:15. She's right on time. A small four-legged creature, slightly bigger than a lapdog, walks through the room. She looks kind of like a miniature horse dipped in neon paint. Her coat is light purple, her mane and tail are a darker shade, and streaked with pink. The strangest thing of all is that she can talk. None of this is out of the ordinary to her, not even the sudden regular appearances in my apartment. Her slit house briefly passes between me and the TV as she walks by. Hey Jake. Hey Twilight. For a long time I didn't talk to her at all. 3 different therapists said it was an important first step. It didn't help though. Neither did all their mind-altering pills. No matter what sort of roller coaster ride they took my brain on, Twilight was always in the seat right next to me. The clink of glass bottles tells me she's in the kitchen. The fridge is usually our first stop. Don't you have anything vegetarian? It smells like a pizza factory in here. She can't stand meat, not even the smell of it. I actually convinced her to taste some bacon once early on in her visits. She refused to help me clean up the mess on the kitchen floor that followed. Your stuff is in the left drawer on the bottom. I hear more things getting shoved around and a few crunching sounds. Finally, she lands on a couch cushion next to me. A glass soda bottle floats into my waiting hand. I never touch anything stronger. That's why I can't blame nights like this on a drink. I hear her bite into an apple as the bottle cap twists off her soda. Even after years of her visits, I still don't understand how ghosts can be so dexterous. She doesn't have fingers, so how's she holding onto that apple? A second apple floats through the air in a glowing cloud of purple and drops onto my lap. I suppose I should have mentioned her magic sooner. That might sound extraordinary, but to me it's all become somewhat mundane. 4 years of talking to a physical impossibility will do that to you. So, what's on TV tonight? Is the season finale out yet? The unicorn horn on her forehead briefly glows and the TV station changes. I made the mistake of touching it once. It was like sticking a finger in an electric outlet, followed by getting beaten with a club. Don't anger a creature with floor-bunt appendages that values personal space. Can't we just watch some football tonight? Those games are boring, and they take way too long. We need to check up on what your world left out on the past 2 weeks' episodes. Isn't watching a show about yourself kind of narcissistic? Of course not. This is important, scientific. I tune out the rest. This is a well-worn out argument that I never win. Instead, I drum my fingers against my soda bottle and watch the TV do its magic dance. Twilight can make any show come on, commercial free. I keep trying to convince her to let me stop paying for the cable entirely, but she won't hear of it. Which is why I make these visits on a regular basis. Fizzy sugar water pours out of her bottle and moments later decorates my shirt. Blah! Diet. Seriously? They were out of the regular kind. Ugh, great. You wouldn't believe the week I was having, and now I'm stuck with diet soda? I sigh and wipe the spit off my apple. Let's just get this over with. I can almost hear her eyes roll. You should be happy about this. It's a cute show, kind of. More like a lame show. Oh, come on. It's all of that reality TV junk you're always watching when I show up better than this. At least regular TV is about more than friendship. That's all you and your friends ever talk about. Well, duh, it's in the subtitle. She raises her hose to make, quotes, friendship is magic and all that. Not that they ever show the whole story, obviously. She crosses her hooves as the show starts. The theme song starts playing, and she taps her hoof against the couch in tune with the music. So, notice anything different? No, the opening song is always the same. Can't we just skip it? Not that, about me. Isn't it always about you? She puts a hoof against her face. Well, I don't know. What else is there to talk about? Whenever we talk about your life, you get mad. That's because you keep trying to organize everything for me. I'm not letting a cartoon character plan out my life. You should have been thanking me for that. Maybe if you got your act together, you'd have some... Wait, what does your client call them again? Girlfriend? Yeah, that. And how am I going to explain a horse, pony? That a pony from a kid's show visits me twice a month. It's not just a kid show. Adults watch it too. I know. Why don't you visit one of them? They probably make you the queen or something. Her pink tongue sticks out for a moment, and she shuts her eyes. No thanks. Why not? Your show's bigger than ever. They wouldn't understand. The show they're all addicted to isn't the whole story. You always say that. Well, it's true. They cram it all into 20 minutes. Important stuff gets left out in all that time. Like what? Ugh, where do I start? Did you know that Spike and Rarity have been dating for 6 months? Things are cooling down now, but anything could happen. Which one is Rarity again? The TV switches off, and she knocks her head against the couch cushion. See, this is why I don't get into the details. Wait, I think I remember now. Isn't Spike just a kid? Not really. He's just small for his age. Dragons grow differently, especially when magic's involved. But on the show, he acts like a kid, I know. It's insulting how they cut out all the mature things he says. Not that you care. Plenty of people out there do. You could be telling them instead of me. Nope. Why not? She doesn't say anything for a moment. I probably upset her again. It happens every few months. Usually when I actually take an interest in a show of hers. Notice anything different about me tonight? Most of the time I don't look at her. Staring just makes her uncomfortable anyways. All the same, I take my eyes off the now half-empty bottle in my hand and look at my unlikely guest. Feathers. That's what I see. In addition to the horn sporting a pair of wings. How long have those been there? Just got them. How? Long story. The short version is that now I'm a princess. It's probably covered on one of the episodes we're supposed to be watching tonight. Your fans must love that. That's why I visited you instead. Huh? You don't watch the show. You don't even care. You wouldn't even have noticed the wings for months. You say that like it's a good thing. It is for me. She takes a long drink of her soda and thankfully doesn't spit it out. Jake, I'm getting more and more popular, and I don't like it. Besides, all the people in your world that watch the show are kind of... weird. Misguided. It's like they're reading every third page in a history book and guessing the rest. And then those stories they're... ugh. Stories? Fictional stories about my world. Some of them are okay, I guess. But then there's the weird stuff. Like all of my best friends dating each other or being completely perfect or completely awful or... forget it. You don't even want to know how much of it is about, where fools come from. She's silent again. I hold out the apple she brought me. Want it? She turns away and lays on the couch. No thanks, I'm not hungry anymore. We sit there for a while. Since she didn't want the apple, I started eating it. It tastes bland after the soda, but it's better than just watching her skulk. She slides off the couch and walks toward the hallway. I guess I should go. We'll do episode catch-up next time. For once, my personal demon is leaving early, and to my great surprise, it bothers me. Hey, Twilight Sparkle. For the first time in years, she looks directly at me. Her eyes are strange, and, to me, a little unsettling. They have these permanent white spots like lens flares that never go away. Plus, her pupils are huge. 2 giant pools of black rigged by purple. Yes, Jake? Twilight, why don't you stay a little longer?
Why?
All I can do is shrug my shoulders. There's more soda in the fridge, more apples too. We can have a marathon if you want.
You don't like the show.
You don't either.
She smiles. Want to know what really happened after my coronation? I guarantee the joke Rainbow Dash isn't going to show up on a show for kids, and you wouldn't believe how many donuts Pinky ate.
I rest my head on my hands and nod. I'm still not completely sure I want to know, but I'm about to find out.
I got one less problem without you. I got one less problem